Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision-making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. The income tax threshold, or the amount of money which a worker will have to be earning before being liable for income tax at a rate of 25%, will be raised to 1.9 million this April and to 2 million in April of next year. This arises from amendment to the Income Tax Act by Parliament on Tuesday. The upcoming increase builds on the increase from 1.5 million to 1.7 million implemented by former Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark in 2024. This measure, along with the $200,000 which employers can pay tax-free to employees who were affected by Hurricane Melissa, will provide some relief to workers who are suffering from the high cost of living generated by Hurricane Melissa because of its impact on the agricultural sector and food prices. It's earnings season on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, and several companies reported a mixed bag of financial results. First, Lasco Distributors is reporting lower profits for the 9 months ending December 31, despite continued revenue growth driven by strong demand in several product categories. Net profit declined by 18% to $858 million. Next, QWI Investments has reported a total comprehensive loss of $41 million for the quarter ended December 31 last year. The company says the loss came mainly from a $26.9 million decline in the value of its investment securities and $6 million in unrealized foreign exchange losses. This was partly offset by $7.3 million in dividend income. That said, the directors of Wisynco Group are reporting a 50% surge in net profits of $1.5 billion during the second quarter of its financial year, which ended on December 31 last year. Revenues also jumped 14% to $16.2 billion in the same period. The company said these results were way above the net profit after tax of $1 billion recorded on revenues of $14.2 billion in the same period of the previous year. For the trading period of February 10, 2026, the most actively traded securities were Lasco Distributors Limited with 4,138,168 units, or 18.21% of market sales activities. Trans Jamaica Highway Limited with 3,788,971 units, or 16.68% of market sales activities. Kentire Holdings Jamaica Limited with 3,149,617 units, representing 13.86% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation, distribution, and advertising plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market, based on Bank of Jamaica data for February 10, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $156.87 and buying at $155.31. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gains supported by $5.31 transaction spreads. The Canadian dollar sold for $116.19 and was bought for $110.88. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of 99 cents in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $213.16 and was bought for $212.17. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For our credit report tip of the day, Meetings with bankers become difficult because professionals arrive expecting their ideas and expertise to drive the conversation, while bankers are focused almost exclusively on financial risk, financial history, and financial predictability. When credit signals do not align with the proposed opportunity, bankers disengage early, often without fully discussing the idea, which feels dismissive to the professional. This mismatch creates frustration on both sides. The professional feels unheard, and the banker sees unresolved risk. Until credit and structure clearly demonstrate reliability, the meeting stalls because the two parties are speaking fundamentally different financial languages. For our focused and funded feature, are you seeking a new form of income for your business? Well, procurement rules are the key to using government contracts to fund your business. And know this, certain contracts require insurance coverage or performance bonds to mitigate government risk. It is important that businesses understand the common requirements when they apply, how businesses can prepare without paying too much for insurance or incurring unnecessary costs. As an example, our client, Trevon, who operates a solar equipment installation business, tried to self-insure. This confusion led to overpaying. Professional advice on insurance aligned coverage with contract requirements. No more. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital markets and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.